Hey, what's up everybody? This is John from DroidDog.com, and this is my first, last, and only QA video for the HTC Eris, which is the second in Verizon's Droid line and Verizon's version of the HTC Hero. I want to thank Best Buy Mobile for hooking us up with one of these phones for review and later to give away to one of you. To win, just go to PhoneDog.com and click on the tab that says Win Free Phones. You'll see an image there of the device we're currently giving away. You get 5 free spins a day on PhoneDog.com and 5 free spins a day on Facebook. You can't lose anything, it's free, and you might get a phone, so why not, right? Also, check out Best Buy Mobile because they get rid of the need to mail in rebates. They do it all right there for you in the store, which is great, right? Alright, let's get to it. Okay, first question. For Hero or Eris, when I copy text or sentences from a web page, where can I locate it at? I'm not aware of any clipboard management program built in to any Android device, but if you go into the market and search for Clipboard, all one word, you'll find the first app that turns up is called Clip Store, all one word. And that will save a history of the text that you've copied, which is much more useful, in my opinion, than the one item at a time that you're going to be able to save just doing the regular copy-paste. So let's go into a browser here. Okay, so I've copied a sentence there. It says, or part of a sentence, it says text copied to clipboard. Let's do it again. And I already did this a couple times before I started the camera. So we would have a nice long list of items that have been copied. So I'm going to go back home here, select Clip Store, and as you'll see, there are the past several items that I've copied and pasted. So rather than just having one item in your history, you can, if you're browsing and you want to save several items at once and then go back and use them in an email or something like that, here you can do that. So now I can read through these, select them. There's a menu. See if I can get it so you can see that there. It says Add and Configuration. So to add, you could simply just enter in more text, add history, then you'll see there's a new item there. If you long press, you can register the text. What does that mean, register it? You can edit the text. I'm just going to click register to see what happens. Okay, it populates again up at the top of the list. I'm not sure what that's about. I should figure that out. But you can go in and edit a couple things, make your own notes, and then go paste them in an email or something like that. You know, once you're in the email, just long press and then paste text. So that's a really handy tool. You can also delete items from the list. And that's, you know, I haven't gone and tested a bunch of clipboard applications. This isn't the only one, but this is the highest rated, I think, and I like it. It works well. Next question, which version of Android does Eris ship with? It ships with 1.5 Donut. And I've read that HTC is preparing Android 2.0 with Sense for multiple devices, but it's up to Verizon to request the Eris version. So I don't know, we'll see what happens there. John, stupid question, but can you IM on the Eris? Well, it's not a stupid question if you haven't used one of these phones. How would you know? Do I have to download an app from the Android store? Are the IM apps Droid only? Well, the IM apps are not Droid only. As far as I know, all of the IM apps currently available should work on all Android devices. There might be some out there that are only compatible with certain phones or a certain version of Android, but I don't know. The only built-in IM app on Android is Gtalk. Google Talk right there. There are, I don't know, just dozens of IM programs available. Many of them are multi-protocol, meaning you can use one app to speak on Yahoo, AIM, MSN, or I'm not sure what it is now. You know, so if you just do a search in the market, you can pretty much go by the ratings. A lot of these have been around for a long time, so ratings are fairly reliable when you start getting, you know, thousands and thousands of them. Let's see which ones I remember here. eBuddy I think is supposed to be good, but I haven't used it. Hello IM, I've tried, it works fine. And you might get more specific results if you search for whatever protocol you want to talk on. You know, if you did a search for Yahoo IM, you're going to get Hello Yahoo and much more relevant results. Here, I'll show you real quick. I'm just going to search for Yahoo. I am. But there's plenty of free ones. So you asked, do you have to download one from the Android apps market? Yeah, but I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. I'll just try Yahoo. So, Mundu IM, I don't know that one. Hi Yahoo Beta, that one's, I've tried, it works fine. Buddy Mob, multi-protocol. IM Plus, multi-protocol. Palringo, there's plenty of them. So, to answer your question, yeah, to do multi-protocol IMing, you're going to have to download something, but most of them are free. Somebody else asked if the HTC Eris will have an OTA for 2.0. You know, I'm not sure about that because there's a limit on the size for update downloads. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer on that. As soon as I know more about an Eris update or updates for any non-2.0 Android device, I'll be writing about it, making a video, or tweeting, so stay tuned. What are some techniques to get better battery life? I'm using handset just in case the HTC Messenger app affects it like Sprint. So what this person is referring to was a bug where using the built-in messaging client, I think it woke up the dialer or something. Anyway, it made it so the phone was draining when it was supposed to be asleep. And I've gotten mixed reports on whether or not that bug was fixed on the recent Sprint Hero update. But anyway, back to Eris here. So what are some techniques to get better battery life? First and foremost, I don't run a whole bunch of things in the background that are pulling data. I do run this Twitter, but you can change the update intervals on pretty much any built-in app that's going to be pulling from social networking sites. You know, you don't want your email to be checking the server every 5 minutes. You can also see I don't have a lot of widgets. I use Twitter, and then I have the calendar event widget, and then I have a Remember the Milk widget. And these two are rarely pulling new information. It's probably once a day. I might be wrong on that. But the point is, I'm not having the phone do all kinds of work all day long. You know, that's kind of a common sense approach to it. As for using the phone as a media player, you know, it's not like I'm walking around all day with headphones listening to songs. So I get better performance than somebody that would do that, obviously. The only time I'm really using it for media is in bed at night. That's pretty much it. So I know a lot of you use media a lot more than I do, so you're going to experience more battery drain. When I do play media, I keep the volume, if I don't have headphones on, I keep the volume kind of low. That's going to need more power to really pump the volume. I don't really use speakerphone too much. When I use maps, it's pretty limited. If this had turn-by-turn navigation available on it, which it doesn't yet because it's Android 1.5, you can only get that on 1.6 and 2.0, then I think I would have some pretty serious problems with the battery because I love the turn-by-turn navigation, and I'm sure that that can't be too good on battery life. But I don't have any big secrets. As for the hand-sent SMS program, I don't know if that's going to help you or not. I haven't done any tests on that. Maybe somebody that's done it can make a comment here if Eris is plagued with the same bugs as the Sprint Hero was. Okay, how do you unlock it? It has a capacitive menu button. Is there an aux unlock button for the lock screen like Droid? You just use the N key. So these capacitive buttons are not active. Hit it again. You're going to get that another unlock screen. Then these do work. You don't have to pull down on it. What kind of message did I just get there? I guess nothing. So locked, nothing works, doesn't matter what you hit. Hit the end button, then it works. So it hasn't been a problem for me yet. I've never accidentally pressed this in my pocket and picked up the phone to find it in the middle of calling somebody or anything like that. I do like hardware lock buttons, but you were talking about the aux button on the Droid's lock screen. But this is the extent of what is available on Eris.